first time. A little nervous too, but So while I was researching my sermon, came across this story of a preacher who traveled to East India for a mission trip. And while he was walking along this dirt road, he saw idols everywhere. There's idols as far as the eye could see in different houses. And while he was walking along the road, he came across this altar with a chopped up chicken. It was a fresh sacrifice that they just did. And another preacher's wife she was planning another mission trip, and he looks over to her. The preacher looks over and asks, "Have you ever been to America?" And she says, "Yes, and I will never go again." And he asks her, "Well, why not?" And she says, "I can't stomach all the idols that you guys worship. You guys have so many different idols." And he's thinking to himself and looking at her, and he looks at the altar, and he says, thinking to himself, like, "Are you serious? You just chopped up some chicken to your chicken god that you guys believe in?" And he asks her, "Well, what kind of different idols do we have?" And she says, "Your God is your stomach. You guys have restaurants as far as the eye can see. You guys build multi-million-dollar sports complex to house your favorite teams. Your God is your TV. You line up your chairs all so you can worship and watch the TV." And that hit me. And we see the different idols in different cultures, but we don't see the idols in our own culture.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That got me thinking even more. The Super Bowl's next week.
Careful.
And I was wondering, how many of your teams are still in it?
You can.
But in reality, the truth is, there's only going to be one winner. And there's only going to be one team on top. And everyone else is going to be disappointed. Maybe Ed.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob. Rub it in.
But really though, think about it this way. At least you're not David. You're not a fan of the worst team.
Man.
But seriously though, how many of you guys are upset when your team loses?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
Man.
Why is it so important when they lose? And you know what it's called when it gets too important? Idolatry. And the definition of idolatry is the attachment or devotion to something other than God. And we get really wrapped up in our different teams, and we get really attached. The reason why we get so attached to our different teams is because our life is lacking something. And so we try to fill the lack with the spotlight, so when our team wins, we go crazy and we tear down field goal posts. And when our team wins, we say we did.
It's important.
Kansas State.
It says
Kansas State.
21, Kansas State 28.
It must have been an old one then.
And so when they win, we say we did it. Our team won.
Man.
But what did you do? You sat on your couch and you cheered your team on. And you feel like there's a lot of glory when your teams win, but how long does that glory last? It lasts as long as they win. Because I know when I go and watch the Blazer games, I cheer them on, but if they lose, I'm still a fan, but I talk a lot of crap. It's not a good day when they lose. But if they win, I praise them.
Come on, that's my game.
Exactly. Good example. But really though, anything more important than God is an idol.
Man.
And so I'll be reading out of Matthew 10, 37 through 39, and it says, "If you love your father or mother more than you love me, you are not worthy of being mine. Or if you love your son or daughter more than me, you are not worthy of being mine. If you refuse to take up your cross and follow me, you are not worthy of being mine. If you cling to your life, you will lose it. But if you give your life for me, you will find it."
Man.
Verse 37 is really saying that there can only be one MVP in your life. That doesn't mean you can't have different teammates or the ones that we love. We just can't put them higher than God. So let's say, like your parents get in a car wreck or somebody you really love gets in a terrible car accident. And you get a call from the hospital saying that they're in the ICU and they're getting ready to go in for surgery, would you leave the Super Bowl or an important event to go check on your mom and your dad or your wife or anybody, just somebody you love?
In a minute, man.
But would you really leave? Like, I know Mike's nodding his head, but like, would you really leave?
Yeah.
Like, are they that important? And what God is saying in 37 is think of the most important relationship that you can have on this earth. He should be more important than that relationship.
Man.
We get confused what true religion is. True religion isn't serving others, it's serving God. And we serve others to serve God. So came across another story while I was looking up my sermon. And there's this Denver preacher who works part-time on a jewelry store. And he's working one afternoon, and this young lady comes in. She's a new Christian. And she comes in and asks him, do you have a nice shiny cross with that little man on it? And we forget. Sometimes we want to buy a trophy, and we just want to get that cross with that little man on it. But we forget that that little man is the one that we need to be serving. He's the MVP. And we want our religion to be like that woman in the jewelry store. We want to get that trophy and be like, and just take it home and be like, I'm a Christian, look, I have a cross. And we don't realize who that little man is. Like, we just forget about it, like, look, I have a nice shiny cross, I'm a Christian. And in verse 38 it says, if you refuse to take up your cross and follow me, you're not worthy of being mine. And our cross isn't the nice little shiny cross we buy at the jewelry store. It's the wooden cross that people die on, that He died on to save our sins. And if we're not willing to take up that cross, then we're not worthy of being His.
That's right.
And we kind of do that with like sports. Like we sit on the couch on Sunday afternoon and watch the Super Bowl, and say the 49ers win, that'll be cheering them on. But He doesn't get anything for that. He didn't do anything. He can be like, oh, our team won, we did it, but that's it. And
Man.
that's what we do at church. We come here, we sit on our chairs or our pews on Sunday, and we do our worship and listen to the preacher preach. And we go home and say, I'm a good Christian, I went to church. Where's my trophy, God? And you have to be willing to take that cross and like live your faith to be worthy of His.
Amen.
Amen. See, in verse 39 I said, well, in verse 39 it's never really a loss with Jesus. If you give your life up to Him, then you will win. Like, you are worthy of being His. In Romans 8:37 it says, no, despite all these things, overwhelming victory is ours through Christ who loved us. And in 2003, in the NFC wildcard game, the Seahawks went up against the Green Bay Packers. And Matt Hasselbeck was having a game of his life. He had 305 passing yards, and it was a close game throughout the whole game. And it was just headed into overtime. Watch this video.
We're going to score. Oh boy. How about that for a minute? His good day continues with 9 hits. But then at the end you hear him, and that was over the PA system here at Lambeau Field saying we won the ball and we're going to score. Huge 3rd and 10.
This is painful, you know.
See, and some people idol the Seahawks, or some people idol Mike Hasselbeck. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but when he won the coin toss, he said, we want the ball, we're going to score. And idols can never guarantee a win. Like, he threw a pick 6 in overtime, and they lost the game. And the football team on top this year, whether it be the Ravens or the 49ers, they won't be good next year. And if they are, 10 years from now, 20 years, it doesn't matter. They're going to be the worst team. You can't have a guaranteed win with that different idols.
Isn't that right, Dave?
Verse 39 is saying that if you make Jesus your MVP, 5 years, 10 years, it doesn't matter how long, you will always have a win with Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
And Joshua 24:15, it says, if you decide that it is a bad thing to worship God, then choose a God you'd rather serve, and do it today. Choose one of the gods your ancestors worshipped from the country beyond the river, or one of the gods of the Amorites on whose land you're now living. As for me and my family, we will worship God.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amen.